Good morning, this is Christy from the Be the Light YouTube channel. I thank you so much for stopping by. I send you love today, tomorrow, and continuously. Through our journey of clearing, purifying, and becoming our light body, we have a chance at accessing higher dimensions, higher states of consciousness, higher chakra systems. But in order to reach those levels, you have to do the inner work of what your 7 lower main chakras is asking you to do. Without healing yourself and of all those fears, limitations from this life and the previous lives, you cannot go any further. The healing process is the essential process that has to take place within your ascension. That is the only rule, I think, that is necessary, or that is the same throughout everybody's journey. And I know there are a lot of articles out there that explain a process to people, and they are nice to read, but a lot of those processes are not the same as what I know I have been going through. Some ideas have and some have not been. So the point of me saying that is to know where you are. Your heart will always tell you where you are. If you are still feeling a lot of negative emotions and pain, you have a lot more work to do. And if you are humble enough to admit it, you can get past it. Don't deny what is actually taking place. Don't think you are above the healing process, and don't think you are better than somebody else. Everybody has the process that they have to go through, and if you start denying yourself that process, you never ascend beyond it. I know what I have done for myself. I know that I have completed a lot. But I know as I access more, there's still things are going to come up. But when those other things come up, I know I will be able to handle it. I know that, especially because of today, which is the 444 gateway, by the way, if I failed to acknowledge that in this beginning of this video, I am accessing the higher dimensions. One, I am always guided. I have the gift of clairvoyance, and I connect with our divine, and I have been guided towards this process. In the beginning of my guidance, I was given tons of information, and it would take me months and months to get there. But as I began the healing process, and releasing more a little bit more easily, the guidance that I would receive to the time of me actually integrating was a whole lot quicker. And that's the purpose of your healing process, to give you what you are ready for when you are actually ready for it. You can't have anything beyond that. When you try to attain something before you're ready for it, it can be disastrous. And you should see that even within your normal human life. When things are thrown at you out of the blue, it causes trauma in your life. when things are a little hectic, like my past self, when my schedule was disrupted, I saw it as a distraction and moving me away from what I wanted to do with my life. It's the same concept with this clearing and healing and integrating. You can't have anything that you are worthy of until you heal yourself. And that healing process tells the world, the universe, your higher self, all that is, that you are, in fact, ready for more. So you have to clear your 7 main chakras. And here's something that a lot of people don't understand or don't know about, is that you have the 7 main chakras within your midsection, from your root to your crown. But the 7 chakras are also laying dormant within our hands, our arms, our legs, and our feet. All of these will become activated as you clean your 7 main chakra system. It will naturally go back and forth to these areas and clean all of your physical form out. Your physical form has to be purified for your spirit to be integrated. Light cannot function in a dark area. And dark will never, the darkness is easily, because of man, our 3D ego, can wipe out the light a whole lot faster than the light can absorb the dark. It takes a lot of work to allow that light to shine. But once it is shining and begins to do so, that power is handed back to you. So upon clearing your 7 main chakras and doing your inner work throughout all of your system, allowing those emotions to surface and then see them for what they are and allowing them to be healed and set free, you can now access your higher self. And you are tapping into a little bit of your higher self throughout this process. If you are healing yourself, okay, you will be tapping into parts of your higher self. But it can't be fully integrated until the process is complete. And there's a misconception out there through the research that I have been trying to discover about this, is that the 8th chakra is different depending on who you, where you go on the internet. But the next chakra up off of your crown is in relationship to your soul. It is your higher self. This is where you can have access to all about you, your Akashic records, your past lives, your past, your present, and your future self, okay? And in order to, again, get here, you have done tons of healing. Tons of healing. And you have been given tons of love and light in order to get to this part. And then once you get to this chakra system, you can again ascend a little higher and higher and higher until you allow the highest of all light into who you are. Your higher chakras will then tell you your life's purpose. And until you clean out your 7 main chakras, you're always going to be wondering what your purpose is in life. An example is myself here now. For the past 1.5 years of my awakening process, I have been living my life with great purpose in assisting people here and doing this with great love and light. This is not my purpose yet. I have not actually been handed that yet, because I still have a lot more clearing to do. Whenever you access the higher chakras, and I am just at the beginning of it, you will just know. There will not be a doubt in your mind about it. You will know. And you will move with great intentions. What we think we are doing with great purpose and intent is never enough compared to what our true purpose is. What our true purpose is always connected to the divine, and it's always greater. So I know that regardless of what I'm doing now, what I will be doing is far greater. And I am just moving and waiting patiently for it to be handed down to me. You can't force it to you. You can't force it to you before you are ready to receive it. One thing that I have noticed is that by accessing, and I apologize, I am receiving receiving so much love. That's the thing that I wanted to say. You receive so much love within you that it becomes overpowering. It makes you feel as if you are floating. And you have to kind of like stop and breathe and kind of ground yourself again. And this, again, is an indication of my ascending higher than where I have been. The love that pours in is immense. And, you never know as a human being living within our 3D ego reality that there's a love that is like this. We dream and we fantasize about that perfect love within relationships and families, friendships. It's not out there. It comes to you into who you are. And if you can dream about that beautiful love, I want you to know that it's 1,000,000 times greater than that dream that you've ever imagined. And I know that there's even more than what I am feeling today. So much more. And that keeps me moving to it. That keeps me moving towards who I am, because I want to always be connected to love and light. It's a power that makes you full. If you seek great love, then reach for the light. It will fill your physical form with all things from within and give you everything you've ever looked for. Yet everything that you thought you were looking for was never exactly it. We're always looking for the greatest love, the greatest peace, the greatest freedom. And it comes when we heal ourselves, purify ourselves, and allow that divine light and love into who we are. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.